Okay, so let's talk about Tony Shiflett as a knife maker. Okay, I'm going to read you some of the things that he told me about himself, and then I'm going to give you a description of the knife and how I feel it's made. All right, so real quick, my name is Tony Shiflett. I've been making knives for around 5 years, developing my skills and processes. I have just recently gotten to the point where I believe my knives are at a high enough level to sell. I'm all about the craftsmanship and quality, but I actually started off making leather sheaths, and then it evolved into knives. I have a complete knife shop. Drill presses, bandsaws, buffers, shot blast cabinet, tumblers, a couple of knife grinders, programmable kiln, small forge, etc. And I can tell you that's a pretty outfitted shop, pretty well outfitted shop. I currently use 1095, 01, A2, Z-Wear, A11, AEBL, and 80 CRV2 steels. I'll let you guys look them up for yourself. All of them are decent steels. All of them. I'm slowly moving into some of the other powdered metals, the CPM metals, okay? The CPM steels. CPM 3V, 154, that kind of stuff. I also do cryo quenching. I was sending my blanks out for that, but I now have the capability to cryo quench in my shop. My company name is Tribal Steel Knives. I'm currently working on setting up a website. I just recently set up a Facebook and Instagram, but I'm still learning how to use those. I'm a stock removal knife maker. I buy bars of steel, cut out my patterns, heat treat the blanks, grind the bevels, finish the blade out, put handle scales on, and finish all the knife by hand. So basically that's what he says about himself. Now I'm going to take a look at the knife, and we're going to look at it together and see how it's built. Okay, so I'm going to show you what one of Tony's knives might look like in one of my sheath systems. Okay, so here you go. There it is. This is the one I built for this knife. The Tony Shiflett. I just call it the Tony Shiflett Bushcrafter. There's probably a name for it. He'll tell you what it is. All right. Then we got that Raptor clip-in dangler system on the back. All right. So let's take a look at the knife. Now I've been using the knife now for about 2 weeks, okay? And first off, I can say this. It is a well-built knife. No holds barred, well-built, okay? It's A2 tool steel. Now this one did not come with a 90-degree spine, okay? I had to put that on there myself, but Tony can put one on for you if you want one. I prefer a 90-degree spine. That's just my preference. He did something a little different with the grind. He transitioned the main grind into the secondary grind, okay? Into the secondary bevel there, okay? Well, secondary grind. It goes from a flat grind and transitions into a convex, okay? So you can see how it transitions there. A lot of knifers don't do it this way. It's harder to do. I think it makes for a really prettier knife. But it goes down, you know, into... Now, what he did was, he actually put an edge on it, a bevel. He didn't take it to a 0 degree. And a 0 degree is convexed all the way to the edge, and then you leave it at that, right? He put a secondary edge on it, okay? Or, I'm sorry, I keep saying secondary edge. He put an actual edge on it, a V edge, like this, okay? However, when I got it, I took a look at the edge under a pair of these head things that I have, and it is actually a convex edge, okay? So it went from a convex to a convex. So I guess you would say it's like a micro convex at the end there, okay? I don't want to confuse anybody. It's a nice knife, very sharp. Holds its edge very well. All I've done is stropped it a couple of times, and it is razor sharp. All right. Maple burl scales, gorgeous scales. He has all kinds of scales that you can choose from. Okay, all types of steel as well. Okay, stainless steel pins, red liners. This is just what mine happens to have. This is what I wanted. Okay, and there's the knife. It is 3/16 inch thick. A knife like this could be an 1/8 inch, but a lot of guys like thicker steels, so this one's 3/16. All right, very comfortable handle. This is a Coke bottle style handle, very common in the industry for bushcraft style knives. Very nice, very nice. Got that drop point tip there. He did a really good job with this knife. I'm very impressed. And he asked me if his knives were good enough to sell. Yes, absolutely. He's put in the time and effort to build a quality knife at, I don't know what the prices are. You're going to have to work out that with him. And I would assume that his build times are not very high at all, since he's a newer knife maker. Okay? There's his logo. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get it closer, see. You see that? TS there. Okay? So, my general thoughts about this knife, I would buy it. I would buy one of Tony Shiflett's knives if it had this type of quality. You get what I'm saying? He did a very good job. I can see some grind marks still on the pins here, but that's negligible. That's easily fixed. And I like knife makers who pay attention to details. Okay, and that's a detail he probably overlooked. And it's cool. A lot of knife makers overlook the little details like that. Okay? But what separates a good knife maker from a great knife maker is the details. Right? That attention to detail, perfection-mindedness. Right? So, Peter Kohler, he's got that aura. He's got that thing about him, that attention to detail, the very best product he can produce. Okay? Stay here. Stay here, babe. All right? So there it is. The Tony Shiflett Bushcrafter. Oh, that's good wood. It's like perfect bow drill set wood. she's a wood hog. Nice. All right. I'll tell you, building a bow drill set is a good way to test the capabilities of, you know, a medium to large size knife, especially when it comes to chopping, because a lot of medium style knives will not chop, they're not heavy enough. This one is fairly heavy for a medium sized knife, right? So, and a lot of guys like that, right? I prefer thinner steel, but that doesn't mean that a heavier knife isn't going to make this job a lot faster. You get what I'm saying? Turned out real nice. I'm going to make this one a little thicker than I usually make them. See how that works out. Still very sharp. When you're working on a picnic bench, always be mindful of where the screws are. The screws and the nails, because that'll chip a blade quickly. You run into the head of a screw or something, yeah, that'll take a big chunk out of your knife. Just working with the spindle now. You gotta work, then look. Work, then look. Before you know it, you'll be into the wood so deep you're going to have to trash it.
I'm not throwing the stick, this is our baton.
Hold up well. Most of the wood processing tonight is being done with this knife. So they're putting it through its paces. Whenever, you know, when I do a knife review, I like to get out there and actually work hard with it, not just for 20 minutes. You know, I've been working with this knife now for, what, John, a couple hours? Yeah. This is seasoned oak. No better wood than seasoned oak to test the knife on. Definitely the baton with this knife. It's almost like it's made for it. That convex grind really opens that wood up. The way he has it ground. Ooh. That was a hard one. Going through a knot. There it is. Whew. Beautiful. Very good. This is a real tough knife. Very good. Very nice. See how that convex grind just opens it right up? I like that. He did a good job on that grind. Yeah.
That's where it feels at best. Just that grip.
It's got a good thick handle.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you guys got to keep in mind that when you ask a knife maker to build you a knife, you have some say in how it's built. You know, how thick you want the steel, whether you want a convex grind or a flat grind or a Scandi grind or whatever. You have some options. You don't have to take what you see, you know, the knife you're looking at. You can actually pick and choose what you want on your knife. Uh-oh, Doc's here. Say hi to the camera, Doc.
Hi, camera.
This one's sharper. I find that if you char this stuff, it works a lot better than the raw state. So I like to char a bunch of it. Because when you char it, it gets real small. I could pack this thing. I'm not going to, but I could pack it. You know. There we go.
I just do a different way.
I'm wondering if it has wax in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd do it separate one though.
Yeah, I'm going to do it separately.
Yeah.
There we go. This is that grass I was telling you guys about. These are the ends of pine branches. And that's it. That's all there is to it.
Why are you shaving fat wood?
I'm taking film. I'm filming it. All right. Works for me. That's all she wrote. Very nice. Feathers well. Feathers very well. It's an old piece of poplar. It doesn't not feathering that well. Nice. Good job. This wood is frozen. It's sharp. Very nice. Very nice. Doing a good job. This is a good test of blade strength. You know, is to get a really hard piece of wood with knots in it. Try to baton through it if the knife can handle it. I think this one can. So. Good. Ooh. And then check the knife. This knife is 3/16 inch thick, so it's pretty thick for a knife this size. I would have went with 1/8 inch, but some people like thicker steels. Let's try it on another one. Here's one. Ooh. Yep, right through that knot. Very good. Good job, Tony. Strong knife. She's good. She's good. Very good. Impressive. That was some pretty hard wood. Again, A2 tool steel, cryo quenched. Stainless steel pins, red liners, curly maple burl. Or it could just be maple burl. It's got a primary grind that transitions into a convex secondary. So he did a real good job with it. Very good job. It did not come with a 90-degree spine. I put it on there. But if you want one with a 90-degree spine, Tony can absolutely do that for you. He makes a hell of a knife. Good knife maker.
Yeah, that's a funny shaped one. This one's got
Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
Hoo-yah! There you go. Definitely works for striking a ferro rod with a 90-degree spine. It's a brand new ferro rod, so I had to scrape that black stuff off of it first. Alright. So, in conclusion, would I spend my hard-earned money on a Tony Shiflett knife from what I see, and for the past 2 weeks of working with this knife, as well as on 2 trips. Yes, I would buy it. Now this trip that we're on now is a 6-day trip. I did everything with this knife. Everything. Well, there was a couple of things I did with the Farnhawk, but most of the chores that I was doing, batoning, striking a ferro rod, all that stuff, I did it with this knife, and it has excelled. This A2 tool steel, cryo quenched, it's good stuff. I don't see one single chip on from anything I've done to it. No rolling, nothing. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you would, stick with the channel, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.